Hi everyone. This is a video I never thought I'd have to be making, even though I already made one that's basically exactly like this. So as I said, this is literally the exact same thing that happened last time, which was September. We have court on March 16th. And our social worker called us yesterday and said that my mom tested positive. Obviously, it's not a real positive because I don't know how to explain it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, but I'm around her literally 24/7. She's not on drugs. It's a false positive. And just like last time, so we're having a meeting with our social worker today, and I just have really bad vibes about it. And I don't know if he can take us away today. It's very likely that that could happen, and that kills me because I've been through so much already, and I don't even want to think like that. But, so he's coming over around like 5 for a meeting, and last time we had a meeting just like this the day before court, and he fed us all of these lies. Oh no, we're not even going to try to take you away. He kept reassuring us, and it gave us hope, everything's going to be fine. And then the next day we find out at court that they're trying to detain us for no reason. My brother and I are safe, happy, we are loved, we are taken care of, and there's no possible reason to take us away. The reason they want to take us away is because my stepdad has been working on this case, our case. He's an attorney for 4 or 5 years, and we have so much proof against them that when he's done, there are so many people in dcfs, my grandma, my aunts, so many people will be in prison. And obviously they don't want to go to prison, so they're trying to defend themselves by taking us away. And we have so much proof against them, they obviously don't want us to, put out there. And that's why I personally believe that this is happening to us again. Last year I was in foster care for 3 months, and that may not sound like a lot, but I try to block that whole period out because I just remember it as being so dark. And since 6th grade I've been so depressed because my dad passed away, and then we had to live with my abusive grandma, and every time I reported her to the social workers, they would just ignore it. So they wouldn't take us away from my grandma when we needed to be because we were being abused, but they're trying to take us away from my mother, who has done nothing wrong, and it's amazing here. I'm so happy now. For the first time in like 3 or 4 years, I'm happy, and I have hope for the future. I never used to have hope for the future. When I thought of the future, it was just dark, and now when I think of it, I feel the same way, because if a life in foster care is no life at all, because you can't get close to people because you'll have to move eventually, and even if you stay in the same foster home, it's not the same. And it's especially not the same when I'm going to be sitting in a room and thinking about how great I had it, and that it's never going to be like that again, because last time we were only in foster care for 3 months, but because we're so close to finishing this case and getting all of that proof out there and getting them in prison, they're trying to prevent us from doing that. And I don't think we'd ever come out of foster care until we turned 18, and that breaks my heart because I just want to help people and animals and everything, and I'm never going to be able to do that if I'm in foster care. And I've been so happy lately, and I have no clue how to even explain it. I wanted to be an activist when I got older, and I was starting to do a little bit of that now, and now I have no hope again because I can't even imagine going back to foster care. It's so awful. I mean, just imagine. If you can't imagine it, just imagine you're as happy and you're in a perfect place and life could not get any better, and then you are torn out of that. That is what's going to happen to me, and I'm never going to be happy again. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. If I get taken away again, I won't be able to get past that. I am so damaged emotionally from being taken away the one time and then put in foster care the one time. But having to go through all of that again, having to say goodbye to my friends, to my mom, to the people that I care about, do you know what that's like? I can't even explain it. It's awful. And the law is they can't take us away for one positive or however many positives, even though there isn't even one to begin with, it's a false positive. They can't take us away for just a positive. It would have to be we're being neglected or something else, but they're just saying it's a positive. And that terrifies me because there isn't even a test to begin with, because when I posted the video in September and talked about how there was a false positive, we asked to have it DNA tested. We asked to see the test for them to confirmatory test it to see, like, because one time she had a positive test. It was a real positive because she had a bagel with poppy seeds, and they wouldn't retest it, but she was testing at 2 places. And the second place, which wasn't through DCFS, they retested it and found it wasn't from drugs. It was from poppy seeds on a bagel. So I don't even think they have a test to begin with, because they won't retest it, they won't do anything, and it's the same now. And that terrifies me because the judge doesn't ask to see it. There is